Hello guys, today I'm gonna talk about the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. As far we know about those two consoles, this comparison is gonna be close to reality as many information you could get, but the real deal is gonna be when we have those two monsters released. But for now we have only the information that each side announced officially so we can decide who is better. I hope this coronavirus epidemic don't have any effect about the release dates. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, then let's start with the common things. The first thing is both of them have the ray tracing technology, and this technology helps them to deal with images better and better than before, like with lights and colors. You can say it became like an HDR but with a lot of better details. On the second place, the console can run games with the quality of 4K and 60 frame for standard for all games, I think. And they can reach until the 8K quality, but we still don't know the mechanism. But Xbox announced officially that they can reach 120 frames. That's amazing. Both consoles have the Blu-ray ports. That mean if you are an old school gamer and you want only CD, the both consoles can run CD also. And they both have the ability to add an extra memory by an external one, like an extra card. The PS5 work only with the SSD, but the Xbox Series X work with the SSD and the HDD, and you can add an external card, have the same speed as the original one for both. And now let's move on to the part when we have differences between those two consoles. And let's start with the processor. That means the ability of the console to run games. The Xbox Series X have a processor reach 12 teraflops with the 52 CEUs work on 1.8 GHz. The PS5 have a processor reach 10.3 teraflops work on 36 CEUs with 2.3 gigahertz. And let me explain this part. When the Xbox Series X work on 1.8 gigahertz, it's the normal speed with more CEUs, but the PS5 it reaches its max speed but with less CEUs. That means it works only the maximum speed depends on the graphic of the game. It means it's a strong game or it's a normal game, but the memory will reduce to 10% to keep always the processor comfortable. And this is when the Xbox Series X beat the PS5. Look, we're talking here about 120% the processor of the Xbox work better than the PS5, and about 40% the ray tracing is working better than the Xbox. But we know both consoles can run the 4K quality, but Xbox right now is better by numbers. That means it will give us better image experience, and this is very well about the image processor. Now let's move to the main processor. The Xbox and the PS5 both they will have the same mechanism made by the same company and have 8 cores and both customized to give us better experience. But the difference here is in the speed. The Xbox speed is 3.8 gigahertz and the PS5 is 3.5 gigahertz. As we can see that Xbox is faster but not a big difference. It's not that a huge difference actually, but as we know always. Okay, now we move to the internal storage and we start with the RAMs. Both consoles have 16 GB RAM with the same model, right? But the mechanism is completely different. In the Series X, the RAM have been cut to too many pieces. 10 gigabyte used alone with the speed of 560 gigabit per second for games only, and the rest 6 with the speed of 336 gigabit, but it works only on the for the system or for the apps or for the game developers if they want to use it for better high quality games, or leave it that they can just use the 10. It's more than enough. Now Sony, it's different. They use all the 16 gigabyte with 448 gigabit speed every time, all the time. Now, who is better? Okay, when you listen to the game developers and the tech people, they said that the Xbox is better. It gives them the chance for a better and easy use. All this came from the Digital Foundry, if you want to visit it, when they analyze both of them, but it's impossible. I don't think Sony is that stupid to put the RAMs like this. Like they must have this secret formula to impress us. I have faith in Sony, but now we have for now that the Xbox is way more stronger. Now we hear like too many people say that the PS5 is faster. Well, okay, that's right. Now we pass to the internal storage. For the Series X will have an SSD with 1 terabyte, but the PS5 will have 825 gigabytes SSD also. They both have the same mechanism, but there is a huge step ahead for Sony here. The PS5 can download 5.5 gigabyte in a second. Wow. But Xbox can download 2.4 gigabytes. That means that the PS5 is faster twice than the Xbox. Let me explain this part. For example, when you play an open world game like Red Dead Redemption or Cyberpunk, and you move fast with a car or with a plane, you notice that the word upload faster on the PS5 than the Xbox Series X. Another example, imagine you open your game and you press the continue and you keep playing until it gives you a load screen before the game. That load screen can be 3 seconds on the PS5, but on the Xbox Series X it can take to 6 seconds. Also, if you want to fast travel or to move from another place just by a click, press OK and it will be there in 2 seconds for the Xbox Series X, but would only take 1 second or less on the PlayStation 5. This is a huge step ahead for Sony. Now we move to the backward games. The PS5 will run only PS4 games with more than 100 games for the PS4, like Red Dead Redemption, God of War, The Last of Us, and we all hope that it run it with the CD form. But for the Xbox Series X, it will run games for all the previous generation, like the Xbox One or the 360 or the original, with all games with the digital form or the CD form, and the Series X has a good point this far. And now for the big question, who is better? All we have here admit that Xbox is stronger, but the PS5 is faster, and as we know it has more exclusive games than the Xbox. That's why the Xbox lost the race on the first of the launching of the last previous generations. I would like to hear your opinion, guys, down in the comment below, and who is better and why he is better. Thank you for watching and see you soon.